Spielberg lived down the street from me, and I would often go and have dinner, just he and I, you know.
As one does.
Yeah, as one does. You know. But I knew him since basically, you know, I was a kid also, and I lived down the street, and we would go and, you know, talk about movies, which we did. You know, he would direct a film, or, you know, and I would often get him to like screen one of his movies, and then we'd talk about it. You know, I'd get him to walk me through every shot. You know, often I'd start asking questions, and then I remember seeing Saving Private Ryan. I was like, ask a question, and then finally I was like, you just got to watch the whole movie. And afterwards I was like, wow, okay, I'll ask you those questions.
Good job.
Tomorrow. Hey, good job. Call
good
Hanks.
Job.
Good job.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember one night I went over and there was Brian De Palma. And so we had dinner. 3 of us had dinner in this place up the street. And we were just talking about movies, and there was Brian, and I'd seen all of his films, and I went home that night. You know, Mission was on my mind. I was actually preparing also. I was prepping Interview with the Vampire at that time and working on a few other things. And I went home that night, and I stayed up for about 14 hours, and I just got all of his De Palma's movies, and I restudied all of his films.
For De Palma movies, we're talking about Carrie, Blowout,
yes,
Dress to Kill,
Untouchables. Okay, and I just went, oh my gosh, that he's got to direct Mission Impossible. When you look at that shot, I'm going from the computer to the floor, and I remember we were running out of time, and I went down to the floor and I kept hitting my face, bam, hitting my face, and the take didn't work. And we were running out of time. We had a lot we had to do. So I went up to the stunt guys and I said, give me, you know, coins. Here in England, they have pound coins. So I put pound coins in and I hung on the cables to see was I level. And I had to make it, you know, and so I said, okay. I said, Brian was like, one more and I'm going to cut into it and do it. And I said, I can do it. You know, it was also very physical, like straining. I'm doing it. So I went down, started the computer, went all the way down. And beautiful set, like De Palma has got amazing taste. Went down on the floor, and I didn't touch. And I remember I was there. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't touch. And I was holding it. And I'm sweating. And then he just keeps rolling. And I just realized Brian is like, he's doing
okay,
it.
Kid.
He is working it. It's like, we did it. I'm like, I am not going to stop. And I just hear him off camera, and he's got a very distinct laugh, and a very, you know, when he laughs, it makes me laugh. And I could just hear him start to howl, and he goes, all right, cut. We thought we had these locations for a certain budget, and then the guy said, actually, if you really want to shoot here, we're going to charge you 10 times the amount. Yeah. And I remember I was spending 8 hours. We were shooting the senator scene, and we were there. And I'm in makeup for 8 hours, and I just heard that, you know, the increase in the budget at that point. And I'm like, what? You know, and I'm in makeup, and I have to call Sherry and go, look, this happened, and I was horrified. You know, I don't know how to get out of this. What do I do, you know? And it was like, she goes, hun, welcome to producing.